suit-wearing campaign, man. Alaj, morning.
Morning.
Why are you so cool after all that I've just said?
Oh, because you see, it's a precursor to something. You come in to run your mouth that you want a trophy. No problem. Myself, Aisha, and cool. Harris and cool. I mean Harris is the same.
So wait, so you, Harris, Aisha, all Chelsea fans?
No, I think Harris is a United fan, right?
Harris, for the way, Chelsea.
Yeah, we're all Chelsea fans.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah, I must check for United Day City. I don't know about Sunday.
United Day City is Sunday might likely be Man United or other. Or what's the name?
She better be
Barcelona.
She better be.
So
I can't be alone in this matter.
The point is that you guys won, and when we're going for because
Marissa we're there. You were watching when we're doing.
No, I told you when we're going. I told you that you guys could pull a surprise.
Yeah.
Yes, I said that. Yeah. Yes, because.
You had nothing to lose.
You had nothing to lose. And that's the last thing you could do for fans you have disappointed throughout. No, 3 seasons.
No, last season won a cup. Oh. Last season we were third and won a cup.
No problem.
Yes.
The point I'm making is that
they
needed something.
Why are you being
you guys were
now?
On the verge of sacking our coach.
Yeah.
But no anymore, right?
It's not going to happen.
That's how it happens, though. You see, and then let's see will be like West, and then
it won't be.
Okay, no problem.
It won't be.
No problem. We're here.
Happen?
Anyway, kudos to you guys.
Yeah.
You played well. I watched the game. I watched the game even at the wedding ceremony of our colleague.
Our brother, Mr. Big Bo.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It was not to be because City played poorly.
Yeah.
So it's understandable.
So
they gifted you the first goal.
Okay.
Oh yeah. That's of course from a blunder, but that's how you score. Yeah, and then Koimanu got the second goal to secure you guys, and so when City decided to do a comeback, it was too late. Beautiful. House of Oak equally lost to Kotoko yesterday.
Oh, so double H for you.
Sad development.
My
there.
God, all things right.
I think they must set up. If there's a need, 3 games more, right? If there's a need for them to change the coach, Watara
it looks like they'll be relegated. The way it's looking.
That's
Hearts might get relegated.
That's practically impossible.
Okay.
Don't forget this is House of Oak.
Yeah, I remember Olympics were also fighting relegation, so it will not be an easy match for you.
Oh, don't worry.
Okay.
If one should go, Olympics House of Oak. We all know the one that is going. There's one that's used to it. And then they always come back.
One will get a shocker this time.
No problem. We're here.
Okay.
So basically, that was it. Kotoko fans, you are happy. That's the thing. They think scoring House of Oak can solve your problems. No problem. We are here.
If you are scoring, I've said in our worst season,
don't worry. Don't worry at all. Don't worry at all. So it is what it is. And then there are other things happening, entrapment here and there.
Charlie, what's going on now,
your Attorney General is crying entrapment. Okay. So when we hear the word entrapment, we're thinking it will only come when Anas has done his thing, right? This time around, there's a story, of course, published on Asasi, by Asasi Radio, let me put it that way.
Yeah.
That says that a certain Supreme Court judge invited the Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Godfrey Adame, to his house. When the Attorney General showed up there, the face he met there was that of the Justice of the Supreme Court and one Japa. Not Japa as in living Ghana. He's the third accused in the ongoing ambulance trial. And Japa was introduced by the Justice as his cousin. And so the Justice of the Supreme Court wanted to find out from the Attorney General why he was not accepting the plea deal put before him by Japa, the third accused.
Yeah.
And the plea deal, in essence, was that the suppliers of the ambulance were willing to pay 2 million euros just so the case could then, of course, the third accused could then be freed. Because all he did was to be an agent to the supplier, and he got his commission after the payment. So that's all. So then Attorney General, now here's Attorney General confessing through that as a story. The Attorney General then went ahead to say that, you see, in the scheme of things, you are not a big fish. You are not the focus of this whole trial. The focus of the trial is the public office holders and what they did, right? So in essence, if the deal is good, why not? I can accept it. But the deal is like the first accused is party. First accused is not a party to the deal. How? Because the first accused, when you brought in the plea bargain agreement arrangement, I was thinking the first accused was equally pleading to be part. And I wrote to his lawyers, and then they wrote back to say that no,
he's not part.
Though they have no objection to your plea deal, they cannot be party to the plea. Okay. So in essence, what Attorney General is saying is that he said things there. Little did he know that Japa was wired. So
who wired him?
He wired himself. So when you hear the elements within the NDC say that Charlie, explosive evidence, the Attorney General has jumped before he's pushed.
Wired these eyes.
So the Attorney General is giving us an inclination into what could be on there. Yeah, but Charlie, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And like I said here, as if I knew that there was a certain audio that you could tell that the AG, in trying to accept or reject the deal from the third accused, who say that, see, this is what will make your deal stronger. Do this, right? If you speak in this way or that way, or because in getting a deal, you must put somebody under the bus. It's basic. You must definitely push them because the state must get something. A deal
always comes with two conditions.
Exactly.
Both parties want something.
Exactly.
So what do you want?
And what can you give?
And what does he also want?
Exactly. Okay. So I was wondering why the Wilberforce, who speaks for the AG, was quick to then if tape comes out, you are very likely going to hear not just the Attorney General, not just Japa, but also a justice of the Supreme Court.
A Supreme Court justice. Do you know who he is yet?
Yeah, we do, but we can't put that on record yet because the story doesn't put that person.
No problem.
But it's a very prominent
Supreme Court
lawyer.
Okay.
Used to be a very prominent private lawyer.
I see.
Yeah, it's now.
I think you have given the clear indication.
No, there are many of them. Yeah, they are about. In fact, not less than 6 of them were private lawyers who have been elevated.
No problem.
Yeah, so basically that's it. And Charlie, I like the way the fight court, and it's in the public arena.
It's on social media.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see how that goes. Let's go to the headlines this morning as we have it. Daily Graphic banner headline: We will stabilize cedi. Finance Minister assures nation. Okay, so the story here is that the government has announced that it's intensifying the Go for Oil for Reserves program and fast-tracking fiscal consolidation processes within the economy, among a raft of measures intended to stabilize the Ghana cedi. Other interventions intended to shore up the local currency, which has depreciated by 14% against the dollar this year alone, includes the government's expected receipt of $2.3 billion from its development partners. Addressing the media in Accra last Friday at the monthly economic update series, the Minister of Finance, Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam, said, but for the recent pressures, the local currency has been largely stable with the depreciation of the cedi against the dollar halving from 54.2% as of end November 2022 to 27.8% as of end December 2023. He said the cedi stability had continued into 2024 with a cumulative depreciation of 14.2% as of May 20, compared to 20.7% recorded in the same period in 2023.
Okay. So you see how you started the quote. I don't know why many people have decided to overlook how the finance minister started. He said, but for the pressures.
Yeah.
Right.
Recent pressures.
It means that it's not true that the depreciation today is better than that of yesterday. Because it's alluded to the fact that because of the pressures, now the cedi has lost ground much more than it did last year.
He talks about 54.7% in 2022, scaled to 27 by mid-year last year.
Yeah.
Then by end year, that hit 20.
Yeah.
That hit 20.7.
Exactly.
As of May 2023. And that if the pressures were not existent, it could have gone lower.
I get that part. And still, so for instance, when you spoke to Courage Boti, he mentions that if you look at the interbank, then you can make the argument.
But if you go to the real market, no.
Even foreign bureaus, it's not true.
Yeah.
Because how many, in fact, you are unable to even get your dollar at the interbank rate because
Oh,
interbank is supposed to be bank-to-bank transaction.
The gap, in fact, there are interesting nuances here.
Yeah.
If you go to the banks to get it, what you will get
Will be the
and what you
forex
get
bill.
at forex,
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Then when you transact on cards from the banks, they are charging far more than what you're seeing at interbank.
Oh, exactly.
Far more.
Yeah.
In fact, some is going as far as 16, over 16 CDs to a dollar. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for those who make card payments, they know.
Yes.
And they are seeing it. So, Charlie, what we need now is that the thing stabilizes because it's too much.
Yeah.
Charlie, it's too much. It's biting. Everybody is suffering as a result of this. You know, the other thing that I find interesting is the Gold for Oil and Gold for Reserve program. If you remember earlier, when the IMF program started, they were told that there should be some review and halt on that.
The Bank of Ghana should back off, and it did.
So this one,
yeah.
who is pursuing it?
They are giving it to some other commercial banks to do that because the Bank of Ghana's governor had announced that the central bank will no longer be party to it. They will give it to a commercial bank to undertake that exercise.
All right.
Yeah, that's one. The other one was the concession from Amin Adams that they paid contractors about $6 billion, and he admits that the contractors have decided to use the money to buy dollars. Yes, that they paid contractors $6 billion, and from what he understands, the contractors have decided to change the money into dollars, and that's part of the reasons why there is pressure on the city. Again, he talks about the fact that we are banking our hopes on, the dollar, like I mentioned last week, has strengthened against some other major currencies, right? So it's not only Ghana's city that the dollar is whipping. But it's whipping us much more.
Of course.
Much more.
What is backing your currency?
Exactly. Exactly. So we are banking our hopes on the dollar weakening naturally. Then we also gain some strength. Yeah, it's like Mortal Kombat.
No, this is more journey to the west. Boje.
Yeah.
The city is not like this.
Yeah.
Boje.
You guys were calling him Boje. We were calling him Baje. Pick Baje.
No, it's Baje, but you see,
Yeah.
the base that you use, Boje.
Yeah.
But then Shifu will be just jumping on the side.
Yeah.
So dollar is now dancing Shifu.
The
Baje is
really slow.
Some way.
Very slow
Really
motion.
some way.
Sure,
Anyway,
yeah.
Church of Pentecost calls for drastic measures to curb galamsey. And GCB celebrates Asantehene. Graphic National Development Dialogue Series. Experts speak on quality health tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, but from what's with Freemasons and then the trouble that they have found themselves. Whenever they undertake any activity.
They went to flaunt with Asantehene.
That's one because he's a member. They call him the something. There's a title that they give him. Yeah. No problem. My issue from all this is the money they donated to the Heal the Conformity project.
Why?
Charlie, we've always known that they are supposed to be rich. Charlie,
this is what they are declaring to you.
No. If it's
Right.
no. You see,
you don't know this.
Charlie, this is Heal Conformity.
You don't
This is
know
not the
these
money
things.
they are giving to two for anything.
You don't know
and it's
these
supposed
things.
to be in the open.
Okay.
You see,
according to who?
they did.
No,
They
when
want-
I say supposed to, it means what they are bringing is supposed to be exactly what it is.
My brother, see, this is a project that funds are being raised in the open. If they declare that they will take over the entire cost of the project, Otunfo will stop begging for money. That's a fact. I'm coming.
Do you also notice that?
Yeah.
They are a secret society.
Yeah.
A secret society.
Don't worry. So then if, for instance, today Otunfo declares that we have stopped taking donation, they will know that the Grandmasters, the Freemasons, they have taken over and they are building it. What I'm saying is that this, you see, maybe it's about why they join. This is not a secret project.
Okay.
It won't be built somewhere in Oprobium and then come and then be put there
It means
physically.
you wanted it to pay more than what they are.
That's the point. They are supposed to be rich. And then what's the motivation in joining? If what you donate will be this pottery amount.
You wanted big than
That's
this.
the point.
You wanted millions of dollars.
Boys are disappointed because boys have always been wanting to
Now, who
join.
says this is a way to bait people to join?
They are supposed to be rich. Right, that's the point I'm making. They are supposed to be rich. Charlie.
Ibrahim,
Charlie, what's up?
You just see, you want to find a way to use this expression.
They will have to come and redeem themselves.
They would.
Charlie,
They would because of you.
Charlie, this one is like, Charlie, this one.
Me, when I read the headline, I said, Kai, Alhaji will hold this.
No, in fact, it's like these are jailed nations. These cannot be free nations. They are jailed.
Because of the money, the quantum.
The quantum
I'm
is small.
telling you that, see, people who do things in secret will not come and blast it. No, they won't.
Like that.
They will not.
No, but they
They'll
should
do
get
something that looks like a semblance of what they are doing.
They
But
should get the project done. We won't confirm
quietly
it.
they will do it.
Healed. Anyway,
I'm
so
done with the graphic. Wait, back page.
Uh-huh.
Mukwala's brace sinks hearts. Yeah, that story has to sink in. Yeah. Also, Aduana topple Nations with 1-0 win. So the table now has Samatex at top of the league. Aduana second, Mediama third.
Yeah.
Nations FC fourth. Accra Lions fifth. And Swatraman sixth. Bichim seventh. Brekum Chelsea eighth. Kotokon ninth. Gold Stars 10th. Legon Cities 11th. Karela 12th. House of Lions 13th. Dreams FC 14th. Hearts of Oak 15th. Olympic 16th. 2 points separate them.
Yeah.
And then you have Bofuakwa with on the 17th position, and then ITU number 18. Are you Sia? Anyway, I'm done with the graphic.
Okay, let me give you the insights. So I'm starting with the insights.
Hey.
Election 2024. That's the first paper in front of me.
Okay.
So election 2024. Care Ghana blows alarm over EC's alleged appointment of voting software manipulator. Ghana's cedi in deep crisis as it weakens into historic decline versus US dollar according to Bloomberg report. And BRICS and de-dollarization, opportunities and challenges. Opuni case, Lensord appeals to the Supreme Court to reconsider decision to change original panel in the appeal hearing. That is it for the insights this morning.
The Daily Dispatch, Ghana has the best education systems in sub-Saharan Africa, British expert. High blood pressure, the silent demon killing vibrant youth. NDC supporters storm airport to welcome Ofosu Ampofo. And who will win this Kadika 10 seat? Will it be MPP's Charles Bissu or NDC's Grace Dankwa? That's the question being asked for the Dispatch today.
The Daily Post this morning, Muslims asking why Bawumia snapped grieving Iranians. Mahama mourns Iran's Raisi, signs book of condolence. Andrew Okankwe highlights impact of climate change on Ghana 2024 Asian Leadership Conference. A minority of mines and energy vessels abandoned Palugu irrigation dam, on which Akufo-Addo Bawumia have blown 170 million Ghana cedis. And Ghanaians should be ready for stories in pro-MPP media aimed at whitewashing AG Godfrey Dame after he was stripped naked in court. That's according to Sami Jemfi. I'm talking about the Palugu multi-purpose dam and irrigation project. The minority members were there, and we paid. The country has paid the contractor $12 million.
I see.
Yeah, so far.
For work, which one? Feasibility or which one?
It's no work has been done though. At least on the ground. But I'm sure there are soft works and there are hard works. So maybe the 12 million might be for the soft works. Okay. Just like we did with the SkyTrain and what have you. So let's see how it pans out.
Daily Statesman, MPP presents strong case for re-election over NDC. Bawumia declares. Finance Ministry holds engagement with stakeholders. Trade Ministry pledges effective dispute resolution for businesses. And government has no plans to remove Kisie Jabing. That's for the Daily Statesman newspaper.
Okay. Let me give you the Guardian Observer newspaper. NDC's plot to frustrate ambulance trial exposed. Medium-term economic outlook looks good, Finance Minister. And government expects $2.32 billion forex inflows to stabilize city. Bawumia charges NPP USA. Says NPP has outperformed NDC, breaking the 8 possible. That is it for the Ghanaian Observer.
Okay.
How are you?
Okay.
We're good.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you all?
We're
We're
good.
good. Welcome.
I could hear Francis gloating.
Was I?
Was
I?
Yeah, he was.
Was I?
He was.
It's just
Yeah, but he's allowed to. You people too. What's it? I
okay.
understand why the supporters are not so happy. Yeah, Pep. No, it's the Champions League and how you exited, right? Yes, you won the Premiership, but I think the supporters wanted more, and I understand them. I understand them. When you are used to success, winning the premiership might not be enough for you.
After a trouble season.
Yeah.
We'll see. We needed to give our neighbors something.
That's the way we want to
You know,
go.
do you realize how? Can you imagine? You know, I said at the wedding,
Yeah.
how standards are falling.
Yeah.
For United to be so excited about an FA Cup,
Of course.
whoever thought that would get to this point?
That's
yeah.
what.
That they will be so excited about
Why
an
not?
FA Cup.
Is an FA Cup not a trophy that you wanted to win as well?
No, it's not about.
Uh-huh.
See, I mean, if we wanted to, otherwise, that a chain bottle, as we say it. in
It's
Ghana.
not true. You will have said double,
Oh, no,
treble
oh,
to
no,
double. You'll have
listen.
said so.
Why are you so aggressive?
But you are speaking. I can't respond. I can.
Why are you also behaving like somebody who's had hangover? And the little noise,
Like,
why are you shouting?
No, but he's screaming.
I am
Because
not.
I have seen United
Yeah.
make mockery of an FA Cup
Before, yeah.
Which one?
before.
Oh, yes.
Which one?
Seasons ago, you made
Countlessly.
mockery.
Who's own?
Arsenal, even Chelsea.
Yes. You
Oh,
have
yeah,
That what?
on countless
That what, the
occasions
FA Cup you won
these
was
people
not
are
merit?
these people are rejoicing over FA
Yeah.
Cup. What is FA Cup?
What's the FA Cup?
Today.
Yeah, that was created for the reserve
we
bench.
didn't even
Yeah.
know they could rejoice over Europa
Can you imagine?
today.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah.
Europa.
What
Can you-
Europa? What Europa?
Because you are going to play Europa.
What Europa?
You've
You
qualified
said
for
we are
Europa.
rejoicing over Europa.
Yes.
I
We
said
won
you
the
have-
cup. That's what matters.
No.
No. We won the cup. That's what matters. As a reciprocal consequence.
No.
Or Chelsea will bleed also because they're not going to play. So yeah.
That's the thing. That's why they are
Yeah.
asking for qualifying for Europa.
Newcastle too will not go to Europe. Finish.
Look at how
You
agitated
can
he
run.
is
Go and
because
sit
of
there by
FA
own
Cup.
way.
Yeah.
I won't be ready, they will be ready.
Hey, that one there.
No problem.
Oh, la
Next
la.
season is 9, as
No
they say.
problem.
Next season
But
is 9.
I'm happy that you are happy because, like I said, indeed standards have fallen.
No problem.
For United, nobody
Before
ever thought.
2011,
Nobody.
there was no standard for
There
somebody,
was
but it's fine.
There was never a thought that they would be this excited.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Times and
yes,
seasons,
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. The Daily Guide newspaper,
Yeah.
front page. I can see that, the Attorney General wants to go ahead of him.
Yeah.
This one, I never saw it coming. I think the chess player has
Yeah. Checkmated.
absolutely
it.
in this circumstance. That's why he's throwing the fact that, that's why he's throwing his allegation that there's a video of Ato forcing as well in there. I guess he had no inclination that the Jackpot guy was going to record whatever
Yeah.
that was happening. But sometimes when you are bent on prosecuting someone at all costs,
Yeah.
if you want to pin someone at all costs, you end up pinning yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that in this particular case, quite a number of people have spoken about it.
Yeah.
I think I've seen Bright Simmons.
Yeah.
He wrote that, the basis for Ato Forson's prosecution, in fact, it doesn't hold because the LC, he just gives an LC that
Yeah.
tells
As
you
a
that,
sign of for letters
yes,
of
that
credit. Yeah.
we will be in the position to pay depending on the
And that's on
performance.
behalf of the finance ministry.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And many people have asked, why not the substantive?
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
why not the respective ministry?
Ministry.
Why? And you see, there are people will draw all sorts of links to it because this prosecution happened at a very interesting time
Yeah.
when Ato Forson was on the neck of government, and then all of a sudden,
As ranking member.
yes,
Yeah.
all of a
E-levy
sudden,
and matters.
yes,
All right.
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, there is a case in court against him. Well, let's see how this ends. But the Attorney General's camp going ahead of themselves to now say that there was
Yeah.
a Supreme Court judge involved.
Yeah.
That's quite
Entrapment.
That's quite
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
It's quite something.
Yeah.
Because
You could tell.
knowing him,
Yeah.
knowing the kind of person
There's no
he is,
difference you will put up.
No.
Yeah.
He would have been granting interviews.
Yeah.
Hecatus.
Yeah.
He
That's
would have
true.
probably spoken to
Yeah.
multimedia.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he'll
Yeah.
have his allies
Yeah.
splash it in the newspapers and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And so for him not to have spoken so far,
Yeah.
and for his deputy to have issued a statement on his behalf,
Yeah.
and his spokesperson to be speaking for him, there's quite a lot in the detail. But we
Yeah.
wait to see what the coming days
Yeah.
would bring. So front page, Daily Guide newspaper, ambulance case, secret recordings, plea letters exposed. It is what it is. Man for chop. Breaking the 8 is possible, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia says. Absolutely, it's totally possible. Ghanaian lady missing in Nigeria. This story. I saw one of the
Yeah.
blogs talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, this. You know, I didn't really sit down to follow, but it's quite concerning.
Okay, so I've followed a bit. It's a lady who got in touch with a man on social media, specifically Facebook. The man is in Nigeria. She decided to visit, as it happens regularly. And so her whereabouts are no longer known as of now. Yeah, so the family is quite concerned. Yeah.
Yeah, so we hope they find her.
Yeah.
That will be it for the Daily Guide. No, Finance Ministry holds engagement with stakeholders. Which is it a Friday one?
Yeah, the Friday
or is
one.
Another one?
No, I think the Friday one.
but
Oguta and the others.
Oh, no, but
No, but Friday, as at the time it happened, if the people will not come out on Saturday, or they decided to hold
my
it.
point is,
Okay, so
but
what happened there?
the engagement is not a story.
I get you.
You understand?
I get you. I get you.
It's the same headline here too.
Yeah, I think
It's
it's from source. It's from
It's
the
like
it's from
when
the
you say
ministry.
that Minority holds
It's from
press
the
conference.
yeah. It's from the ministry.
And whoever
Forwarded as received.
Yeah.
Oh, they could have done better. What came out of the stakeholder engagement?
Engagement. Yeah.
What, because the stakeholders have been complaining about the
Yeah.
performance of the city,
Yeah.
and the finance minister says that the city is strong.
Yeah.
You know,
Relatively.
and he said it's strong.
Relatively.
Still, he didn't say relatively.
Compared to last year.
He said it is strong,
Compared-
very strong.
Compared to last year.
But very strong, not relatively. He said
At
very
least
strong.
he compared it to last year.
But he says it's very
It
strong.
could have gone
But
to
even
it
with
could have gone to
that,
2016.
but even with that, I mean, in this day and era, I mean, you have someone say that if NDC had been in power, the city would have been 25 cities. Who speaks
That way.
with hypothesis?
Yeah.
You are in the seat, bruh. Like, get the job done. What are you talking about? Like 25 cities? Are you okay? What is this? 25 cities. Like, you know, some of the things you hear, like, for real? Like, someone sat down and thought about this and said, it is okay for me to speak.
Yeah.
Hey, people are doing well. But, I mean, ultimately, the businesses say that something ought to be done about the situation. And so, you know, it's not about you saying that the city is strong.
Yeah.
I think people's reality is what it is.
Yeah.
He also claims that there's money in people's pockets. Where is it? Ibrahim.
Okay, I don't have any, but okay, I might be an exception, right? I just put my hand in my pocket.
You have money in your pockets.
Pardon? I have money in my pocket. Oh, good to know. It's a prayer, you see. And I always tell you this: when somebody says anything positive about you, just say,
say
amen.
amen.
Yeah, yeah, amen.
The money is showing.
Amen. So poor people should be walking naked. That's what can you imagine. Poor people should be walking naked. Can you imagine?
You that you said
Can you imagine?
positive. No, you're saying
No, I mean, I'm asking now. Should poor people be walking naked?
poor.
Because yeah, I'm.
Hey, you that you're a real estate developer, how can you be poor? Please. don't do
Amen.
this.
Amen. 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 Yeah, that's the thing. Amen.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but we told that the central bank is now selling it to the first bureau owners, right, at 14.6, and that's serious. If the central bank is selling dollar at 14.6.
I them go do. That's what it is. That's the situation.
Anyway,
14.
Charlie,
14.6, so it's not 14.
14.6. That's almost 15.
That's what the bank is selling to people.
Yeah.
On the market is more than 15.
About many of the banks where they bought it and selling it on the local market.
Oh yeah, they do. Even from a central bank, everybody good.
Where they
Is that that?
have some money.
Yeah.
You now the profit.
Yeah.
Merry-go-round.
Yeah, Charlie, this country, everybody's profiting from our problems. Everybody's profiting from our
For
problems.
real.
Charlie.
But you see, like, the analysts have been saying, last year by this time we had seen some
Yeah.
level of
Stability.
Stability. Like after it went haywire, like
Yeah.
15,
Yeah.
then we see
Yeah.
we saw the it's reverse.
Chalaba, wait, too. Haywire was 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now
Last
we are
year.
going to 16.
And
Yeah.
now,
Yeah. Yeah.
Minister,
Yeah.
real name.
I mean, the last year 15-15 stuff, it didn't even get there like that. 15-15-15.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
You get it? Yeah,
It was
yeah. And then it
skirting
came to 13, came down. Charlie. Let's see.
Ibaine.
Because that was the time that they went to close down 2 forest bureaus, if you remember. Yeah.
We were wearing old men and things.
Yeah. Chasing old people. Oh, Charlie.
What matters most you not do. People's
do
grandfathers
things,
that have been doing this since selling some of your dollars for you. You went to catch them. Catch Caribou fan.
No, yeah, it's okay.
But yo,
I mean, I'm
Okay, too. Yeah.
going to arrest them.
Yeah.
To arrest them.
Yeah, no
Didn't
problem.
catch them. They are not.
Yeah. No, this one is like I catch you, kind of CD checkmate. Yeah. Let's get it done.
Get it done.
Yeah.
Do this.
Allah, what it?
Yeah. Baby, why?
where is yo? The Informer newspaper. Kidney wahala. Student nurse's life education in danger. Asked to cover $45,000 for transplant. We've nothing against NDC. We have nothing against NDC Electoral Commission. Ambulance trial. Don't dare or I expose you. Witness wants Attorney General.
Charlie. They are holding them.
This one is he came power by
Jackpot.
Jackpot Obia Charlie.
Jackpot typically is.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the country.
Yes, I hold you.
Charlie. Carry the go. Carry the man's properties to go.
Charlie, I'm told that the judge was even, I don't know, these are SSB. I was saying, no, I want this on
to be
record. Hey, who?
Okay. All right. Sacrifices Panacea to Africa Evils. Commission Chair.
But it will be done then, yeah?
Yeah,
Eventually, if there should be a tape.
there is a tape. If it should come out, that's the point. That's the point you should say. There is a tape.
The
That one
tape
they will
should
know.
come out. And the Attorney General is heard
Yeah,
expressly.
saying that do this and let me
do
jail
this.
this guy and I'll free you.
Pin him down.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I mean, at that point, what
Yeah.
does the justice
yeah,
part of his ministry mean?
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like
Yeah.
Minister of Justice.
yeah. And we are seeing procuring judgment.
Yeah.
Charlie,
That's
that's our
crazy.
way. That's our way. Anyway,
It's a major scandal if
oh yeah.
the tape should
Oh,
come.
but trust me, here we'll find a way of
Of course.
unscandalizing it.
Absolutely.
We'll unscandalize it.
We
This is
normalize
Ghana.
over here that abnormal is normalized.
Oh yeah,
And the normal is now abnormal.
yeah.
Anyway. To compel governments to follow development plans, back national policy by law, Iset is speaking. All right, that's on your former
The
newspaper.
Chronicle this morning. Finance Minister pleads with business community. Please stop rushing to buy the dollar.
Please forgive me. Don't let go.
Oh.
Please
And he's
forgive
indeed
me.
pleading. You look at it, he's pleading with both hands.
Love you.
Please. So I will join the finance minister in begging the business community.
Don't change the
Please
dollars.
stop
Don't
rushing
change the
for the dollar.
Keep the
unless you need it.
dollars. Don't
And
change
even
the
if you need it, don't
dollars.
rush.
change the
Don't
dollars.
rush. You can walk.
Keep the
I bet walk to go and buy the
seed.
dollar.
Don't change
Don't
the
rush.
dollars. Don't
You see,
change
by the time if you are walking,
the
but
dollars. So I'm giving you.
no, see that I'm rapping, yeah. So I'm rapping and she's
You agree that that's what it
no, he came in. He asked me to
I'll
stop.
do again.
How can no? In fact, he didn't read the room. So the point I'm
Maybe
making,
you're rapping, I'm
yeah,
doing
the
soft-
point I'm making is that so
Jay, go
be
rap.
walking,
change
to
the
go get the
dollars.
dollar.
Don't change
Don't
the
rush.
dollars.
If you
Don't
walk,
change
by the
the
time you get
dollars.
there,
We need
maybe the
city
CD might
to
have
be
gained some
stable.
strength. Yes,
Don't change
there's
the
a need.
dollars.
You
Don't
see,
stop
walking is
businesses.
synonymous
Don't
with
change the
stability.
dollars.
When you are
Businesses.
rushing, you
Don't
must
change the
trip
dollars.
and
Don't
fall.
change the dollars.
So, be
Businesses.
stable.
Love
Whilst
your
buying the
country.
dollar.
Love your country.
You almost sound like a
Love
grower. As if be stable.
Yeah, peace.
Love
Be
your country.
still.
I
City,
love it.
be still.
We command the
We
city
command the city.
to rise.
Rise. Like to Jimmy.
Wait, the mood too. So businesses, we have told you.
Yeah.
Don't change the cities
Yeah.
to dollars.
At least go for CFA.
Keep it. And a Chinese yuan.
Hey.
Hello, yeah,
I said, I'm up for any place and pan. I'm there. Yeah. So, Finance Minister, please, with business community, please stop rushing to buy the dollar. Our established fixed exchange rate, hey, Alan, when we are pleading, we just come noise, spawning inside. Our established fixed exchange rate for import duty payment, Alan Cash. Yeah. And Finance Ministry holds engagement with stakeholders. Nah, the story that you don't want. Yeah. It's an announcement of the fact that this minister has been engaging.
Which one?
When was the last time you saw Kendo Foriata
You were
engage?
just slapping us anyhow with Bible quotations.
So that's the difference. So that's why this is the story.
Really? I see this finance minister wanting to be a finance minister and not a preacher.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So
the thing is,
more grease to his elbow. It's just that the thing is that the damage has already been done.
Yeah, even if you quote, if you quote the Quran, you won't understand. So that's it. It's in
Not
his
that
own
it's so
interest not to quote the Quran.
No, because it's a big tool.
Imagine he's saying, "Kun fayakun."
What does it mean?
Exactly. You see, they will have to spend time to talk about what kun fayakun
We'll be
means.
learning some Quranic verses.
Yeah.
You know.
Kun fayakun means be and it is.
Yeah.
That's how God created the world. Be and it was. You get it? Kun fayakun. So be and it is. So
Or
this,
does the fact that he's a Muslim have anything to do with his?
yeah,
You have to be truthful with finances, innit?
that's true.
It's
That's
part
true.
of it.
That's true. And that's why
Because he will go to Hajj.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do right, if
No.
he goes, then this one will catch him.
He's actually a clerical. He's an Islamic
So
cleric.
he's a sheikh.
He's supposed to be a sheikh. So sheikh.
But that guy too is a sheikh.
Who?
The MPA man.
Yes. He's
The one who
supposed-
said,
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
rescue this country, inshallah.
Yes, inshallah.
Any.
That's no easy. Anyway, quotation for Chronicle journalist wins MEC Foundation
It's
Award.
only Bishop that is making a difference so far. Bishop.
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 Moko Bell Ose.
Bishop.
Champion the Bishop.
Bishop.
So far.
Yeah.
Ah.
Only Bishop.
Even Reverend Matthew is not doing well.
Pardon?
No, he's sending test.
Ho!
messages. He's sending
Mini,
test
you know real. What are you saying? What are you talking? What are you
It
saying?
came to me.
Hey!
$2. Anyway.
They were lucky.
Yeah. I would have released my dog son.
Reverend. What about you? One, okay? Charlie, soundbite, I will find that sound.
Charlie.
We have seen people who,
Yeah, things have happened
people
before.
have changed, and you see that really principles mean nothing to a lot of people. For instance, I mean, another person is Okujeto, a Black West relative.
Sam.
There's the
Sam
older one.
Okujeto, yeah.
I mean, he was very vocal during the Rawlings era,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Many things he hounded Rawlings
Yeah,
for, right?
yeah. And
Even in
rightly
the
so.
Champong, right?
Rightly so.
Correct. And some things are happening in that vein, and he's defending them. Like his recent defense of Cecilia Dapa and saying that people have money
Yeah.
in their things,
Yeah.
forgetting that this is a public official. That is the underlining principle.
Yeah.
If it was a private person, we would not have an issue with it. But this is a public official. In some way, somehow, people who stood for something, now, all of a sudden, because their favorites are in office, interestingly, they are blinded and all they see is red, blue, and white.
Yeah.
It can never be red, gold, green with a black star in the middle. No.
Times
all they
have-
see is
times have changed.
red, blue, white.
Don't forget he's now an appointee, right? He's a member
And
of
so
the
what?
Council of State.
Council of State.
And so,
That's the difference. That's the difference.
no, that's why I'm saying that
Yeah.
there's nothing about principles when it comes to our level of
Yeah,
governance.
it's easy to be principled when you have
yes,
nothing to lose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Clearly,
yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah. The quotation for this morning, Hebrews 10:35. So do not throw away your confidence. It will be richly rewarded. So says the Lord.
It's my turn.
Why?
Why?
No.
No.
Only papers.
I'll give him. Give him your own.
Yeah, I have one. I have digital one, so you take this. I have
you
one
got
digital one. I have custodian
Hey,
digital.
fantastic. That's why I love you. Let's do this.
Yo, make it happen.
Yeah.
Lady in red.
That's what's up. The New Crusader Guide newspaper, banner headline, NDC's plots to use secret recording to... Oh, Charlie.
Charlie.
Her boys, they bleed. Oh.
Yeah.
Because this headline, NDC's plot to use secret recording in Supreme Court judge's house to frustrate ambulance trial. What are they talking? François, qu'est-ce qu'il dit? NDC's plot to use secret recording in Supreme Court judge's house to frustrate ambulance trial. Okay, anyway. Medium-term economic outlook looks good, says Finance Minister. Inshallah, right?
Inshallah. Inshallah.
Claudia Kwating Lumo pays 1 year fees for youngest male artist, sorry.
Ah, okay, the boy.
Yeah.
1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the Freemasons.
Yeah.
That they made some donations.
And you said the money is small.
No.
Go and donate. How much they give?
Me, I'm a jail mason.
How
so
much they give?
3,000. No, I can't. Let me see.
Cannot be 3,000.
300 and something thousand.
And you say
Ghana
it's
cedi.
small. 300 and something thousand, and you say it's small. What do you mean? How much will you give to that place?
My memory.
They should give what? 1 million. What is it? What is government there for?
Hey.
They are giving 300,000. I say it's small money. What do you
They are giving to their own brother.
my friend.
Square.
Everybody 300,000. On Echo da. This time before. What do you mean by small money?
Okay.
300,000. So what do you want them to give? 1 million?
Million.
Hey. I'm a fail. I'm a Ghana.
No, what I just said was that when we were growing up, we're told of how rich Freemasons.
So 300,000 is small money to
Oh,
you.
hold on.
It's,
lad.
Hey!
it is chicken change for allergy.
Alaji. Real estate developer. Sad out here.
Do you know what the Makola women and then the
What did they
Kinetia
give?
women donated?
How much?
Almost the same amount.
And so,
That's the point. There must be
but
some.
do you know, my friend?
Do I
stop.
know what?
Ah, Freemason, Muntwaso, 300,000.
Will you join?
I'll join them. Yes,
Okay.
they are not evil.
I have the forms though.
They are not evil.
Don't worry.
Stop making them look like they are evil.
About who attached their name to evil here? You are doing it.
You are doing your eye like this.
I mean, nowadays here, you guys can come for it.
I do your eyes like this. I've seen it. Energy
I have
ministry.
friends in there. Don't worry.
Which friends do you have? Who are they?
I
Which
don't
friend?
know.
You don't have any friend.
I don't have any friend. No problem.
Energy Ministry Schools, Kelvin Taylor. People are responding to Kelvin Taylor.
Oh, they shouldn't.
Why?
Hey.
Energy Ministry Schools, Kelvin. Is it Kelvin or Kevin?
Kevin.
Kelvin. It's not Kevin.
The L is silent.
No, there's Kevin and there's Kelvin.
We hear you.
You don't know that?
Why? No, don't worry. Pronounce it.
Oh, you know that there's Kelvin
Yeah.
and there's Kevin?
Okay.
Kevin.
And there's Kelmy.
Kelly GVG. There's Kevin De Bruyne. And there's Kelvin. Kelvin. And there's Calvin.
And
All of them are there.
just as there's Bernard and there's Bernard.
Of course. Absolutely. Well, Energy Ministry Schools, Kelvin Taylor, says contracting in upstream sector not subject to government control. Tanker drivers brew ha. UPPF chief fingered for confusion. Mustafa Hamid asked to fire him to diffuse tension. Stop holding yourself as chief of BBNE. Seshi, Ariasu, traditional rulers, to Enyima Kodum.
Francis, your turn.
Ghanaian Times, Saturday's downpour in Accra. Obetchivil to circle submerged. Residents, shop
What do you say?
owners.
Say again?
Saturday downpour
All right.
in Accra. Obetchivil to circle submerged. Residents, shop owners, drivers want to work to speed up. Establish Ghana Greek service to transform sector. Professor Kantong is saying so. Ghana marks 61st AU Day. And health providers NHI hold talks on joint implementation of preventive.
So they have taken the AUD holiday. Now, if I
Today-
don't know
today
if
would have been a
the
holiday.
holiday.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't worry with you, Charlie. Like today, like this, off day. Bruh, it's your turn.
No, I'm not
No,
done. Back page.
it's,
Aye,
it's
sorry.
not done.
Back page. Kingston resigns as Black Starlets fall to Burkina Faso in Wafu Zone B Championship.
Yeah, they gave me a handle.
Mm.
I said third place.
Yeah, I'm bet. Kotoko Western Hearts plight only win at last. Okay.
Okay. The custodian this morning, past allegations trouble Edichum. Oh, I thought this running meeting was over.
But it's settled, isn't it?
Okay, so here's the story. Past allegations trouble Edichum. It appears that past allegations of misapplication of funds for the Ghana Accountability for Learning Outcomes Project, Gallup, and that is 72B, and other issues against the Minister for Education, Dr. Yawose Edichum, will affect his fight to win the favor of the bigwigs of the governing New Patriotic Party for the running mate position. Dr. Adichum, according to information gathered, is working hard to be considered as a running mate to the NPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, for the 2024 general election. However, party insiders believe the Gallup 7.2 billion alleged scandal could be a dent on his vice presidential ambition. This is because the education minister is now said to be a subject of investigation by one of the top anti-corruption agencies in the country. This paper has gathered that the said investigation is still at the preliminary stage. Preliminary stage.
I would say.
And that should be the anti-corruption agency establish a prima facie case against the minister, it will move into full-blown probe and make it public. This action, party sources pointed out, could ruin the chances of the Bosumtwe lawmaker for the running mate position. Okay, and so then it might not be that done deal.
What?
It means Edichum is still in the race, right?
Let's
And because Napo is in the race. But of course, if indeed Edichum is under investigations, then be rest assured that those things will be thrown out. Interesting. Okay, that headline.
Tried and you know, so
But the way the story is coming and the fact that
nothing will
if
happen.
they
The
are,
thing is that he just will not get the slot, but nothing will really happen.
you mean the investigations? As in, yeah. Oh, okay. So at
It's
West,
not
he will not
sad
get the
that
slot,
We've gotten to a point where, like, when you hear something,
even if it's the
the-
OSP that's investigating this.
the confidence is not there. That
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, Mama Erica said the same thing.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
If you can always feel that, it will amount to nothing. That's problematic. We shouldn't be at that point.
So at West, it will cost him the running mate slot. At West.
But he's still good job. I mean,
Oh, as in he won't be starved. He will eat.
he won't be hungry. He won't be
Oh,
hungry.
but even in jail, you eat, right?
Oh, please.
The other headlines here: $2.32 billion to flow into.
Was the name of the judge mentioned?
Yeah.
What?
Which judge?
The judge in question.
Oh yeah, that I will tell you off record.
I said-
It's not mentioned in the story.
Okay. Hey!
Off everybody.
Yes. So
Mangani Sosi.
Bangladesh will say, Charlie. $2.32 billion to flow into economy. Amin Adams says, don't rush for dollars. Okay, so in the same address, Amin Adams was cautioning us against speculation, right?
Yeah.
There are many who also believe that
This is
the minister is speculating.
Because there are $2.3 million from the government partners. There's a shadow for it. Because by now should be in. The good
Said-
country should be in.
I said, I asked
This positive
Boti
speculation.
I asked Boti the same thing. That,
Yeah.
You know, the minister blames speculation for part of for the challenges, some of the challenges we are experiencing. And so I said, okay, if he says the CD is strong, then could it be part of the speculation to, get people, once that news is circulated, people, the CD is strong, the CD is strong.
To talk up the
He
city.
says, well, I mean, it's not about those commentaries. Really, if the fundamentals are not being
Yeah.
addressed,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter the amount of positives you see.
Yeah.
Whatever
That's-
we
Well, you see,
Yeah.
point is for anybody who's either money in account or investment.
Yeah.
You look at what you have
yeah.
and how it's depreciating by the day. It's a lot of people now are moving their money to dollar.
That's true.
Because look, if you have 100, and the point was made this morning, if you have 100,000 CDs
Right, it's
Like-
depreciating by the day.
by the day,
Yeah.
if it was $10,000 for 100,000 CDs,
Now you are
today I
going-
get under $7,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if somebody is buying and selling, they are getting things important.
Yeah.
You pack money down to go buy.
Yeah.
When you go, you have to go find extra. Through no fault of yours.
Yeah.
You know, port charges too are up.
That's the point.
So everywhere you turn, you're held.
In essence, if you deal in anything that requires foreign currency,
Yeah.
the CD is useless to you.
That's right.
That's it.
Charlie.
So how do you convince such a person not to go and buy the dollars?
They'll buy
You
it.
see, there are other things that are within our remit that we can do to strengthen the city. Let's do them. Talking down or talking up the city is not part, because that businessman who needs the dollar will buy the dollar anyway.
Yeah.
That man who, when he moves and wants dollars, all the black market people line up and give him their dollars, that man will still need $1, and then the black market people will line up and give it to him.
Chairman is chairman.
Chairman is chairman. Chairman is chairman. Anyway, so let's do the things that are within our means and get this sorted. And the other headlines here: Baumia fires up NPP USA to break the 8. Yeah. And Finance Ministry holds engagement with stakeholders. Yeah, that's it for the custodian.
All right, take it online then.
Hey,
You're done?
it's not your turn.
Yeah,
It's not
she has the final say.
Come on, Black Stars,
Who
Ghana.
has the final say?
Jehovah has the final say.
Okay.
We have Timo's representatives here.
Timo was in church, eh?
The vice president is going to inaugurate some church activity in Canada. You could have gone with me. Yeah.
Wheezy for the building.
Jackpot Nation.
The Herald says that 12 GCB bank board members grabbed $33,000 each for questionable overseas training.
Charlie, that I saw the, I don't know, is a request or impress or something. Charlie, things are happening.
I know, but you know what, Charlie? You know, one of the things I've never really understood, how consistently we are told that we are heavily indebted, but we find money for all the most irrelevant things you can think about. You will find a company struggling, especially a state-owned agency. They are struggling.
Yeah.
But what's not only bear may blow me, what is not in their abro
Yeah.
is not paying their
Themselves,
board members
yeah.
or their CEOs and stuff. They will pay them plus their allowances and everything.
Okay.
But what, in terms of what matters, in terms of the work,
Yeah.
no.
It's a problem.
We thought the worst was the La Badi beach hotel one.
Yeah.
Right. La Palm.
La
No,
Palm.
La Palm, right?
Yeah.
Where
The one that is visibly
a
running.
man in charge, who is the overall boss, is asked to take over the responsibility of a subordinate because the person is absent, and he's being paid for that additional role, right?
$3,000.
$3,000 per month. And Odesani sits down, types, and makes request that money should be forwarded to the internal. Same here with the GCB one, going for some training, the leadership forever training in South Africa.
We'll find the money.
Charlie, for the
find the
12
money.
days, pegged in dollars and everything. Odesani
No, but-
once again sat behind the computer, typed, forwarded, pay. Charlie,
No,
when they
but
talk about
it's-
Ghana being a
it's
crime
serious,
scene,
though. Like, how
It
we
is what
find
it
money
is.
for all these things, but school feeding we cannot pay caterers.
yeah, $33,000.
We cannot even up the monies that are per child.
Yeah.
But we can find the money for some of all these
Yeah.
things that can be done without it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a problem. It's a problem.
Man, I don't know. You know, I keep saying that there was this mindset we saw government with when we were being colonized. Unfortunately for us, we never disabused our minds from that perception. And from that time onwards, we have always seen the states as a cow we have to milk. After all, it is our money. And until we change that mindset, we are going to be here for a very long time. Because tell me how a company is struggling, but you, the head, you are living your best life.
Yeah.
All the largesse.
You
It
hit the
doesn't
nail
make
right
sense
on the
to
head. It's a colonial mentality of how we abhorred colonial leaders.
Yeah.
And they insulated themselves from us because, of course, it was more or less like an apartheid system, right? So we hated everything government. When they handed it over to us, we didn't disabuse our minds because those who took
Yeah.
over also have decided to insulate themselves from us.
Animal farm.
Right? They only look down when they are handing something over to us. They don't look down to lift us up. So when they also get there, see, poverty, Charlie, my brother, no. Poverty is a very difficult thing to experience, right? So when the guys get up there, they look at the way the floor members are here, they tell you, let me insulate myself, let me amass as much as I can. Unfortunately, that has been our undoing. Everything, every allowance up there is pegged in dollars. and you come back and tell us that we shouldn't rush for dollars. People are rushing for dollars. Why should we be an exception? We'll rush anyway. We're done.
Is there a way our government agencies now spend so much money to post their content on blogs?
Oh yeah, the bloggers. But I'm happy for the bloggers though. At
No, but
least.
you see, my point is, you are not willing to pay traditional media that
Yeah.
much for the coverage of your event.
There are conditions for why they will do that.
No, because sometimes even the traditional media
Yeah.
does better explanation. Oh, how do you call it?
Explanation.
No,
But of explaining the content.
explainers. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's better explainers. Engages resource persons, but
Yeah.
you know they've always seen traditional media as you they come and cover and go. But they
Even
don't see
that-
they don't see it as a business entity.
Even
too.
that they pick and choose.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, see, whatever content you put out there, whether I'm there or not, I get it. I get it subjected to analysis. I'll call people to speak to. If I want to do negative story, I will do it anyway. I don't know. I don't know. Where do they live?
Anyway, perhaps media outlets now have to have blogs as well.
Yeah. So then they go for the blinks, yeah.
Yeah.
Blinks. Yeah, they
Because-
show pictures of ministers who are present and then the tete-a-tete and then what have you.
They spend a lot though.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not the content that people are even looking for.
Yeah.
Because that's not what they are used to. You put it there, it's just there. You compare that to the entertainment views and stuff, and you realize that is a vast difference. Kenny Japan's brother condemns a Greek minister's defense in Snit Hotel sale to Rock City. Ofuswampo for laces up for Mohammed's 2024 victory after medical trip abroad. A weird story. Bawumia aims for 300,000 votes in NDC stronghold. That's according to Nabi. Western Region chiefs applaud GNPC for projects. GNPC. All right. So that's it for the Herald newspaper.
Okay. Online.
No goes to receive salary in Ghana. Sir. And this is the memo, eh? We advise your participation. We advise your participation in the above reference program being organized by Inter-Africa Consulting Group in Johannesburg, South Africa from the 27th May to 7th June. And
Obetunde.
the DMD finances by a copy. What's DMD?
It's not the program.
The DMD,
It's a rank.
Deputy Managing Director.
Okay.
The DMD finance is by a copy of this memorandum expected to pay you the following emoluments in respect of your travel: accommodation, $1,000 times 12 nights, $12,000
Yeah.
per diem, $1,500.
Yeah. Wow. That has
12
moved
days.
faster. Per diem is not okay. That's maybe banking per
Oh,
diem.
but this is a state bank, isn't
Oh
it?
yeah, we know.
And isn't there supposed to be
Some checks and balances.
no? There's supposed to be some
Uniformity.
uniformity when it comes to the per diems
Yeah.
and stuff. Traveling days, $1,500 times 2. Huh. Dear Lord.
Yeah, but you see, it's a system we've created
No.
where when they say it's lonely at the top, they are talking about emotions, not by way of money. See, the 3%, 4% of those at the top have created for themselves a beautiful bubble where you don't depend on your salary. In fact, these gentlemen would never touch their salaries. Do you know how many trips they undertake in a year? And even in tenor, where stories not told of, meetings that could have been held internally, being sent outside, just so the per diem and what have you, the allowances could be paid in dollars. Charlie, we've created a system that turns back to the verse.
Actually, so-
And then we come and cry. And I wonder why we're crying.
It is it's symptomatic of a parent in the house. You have children, and we've made available money for food to be prepared. Now the children are supposed to be fed. But when you, the father, comes home, you eat all the food and you just leave residue for the children to eat. That's what it is. Or there is limited money at home. Your wife struggles to put something on the table. When you come, only you pay, you eat all.
Yeah, what do you need now?
That's it. Because I don't understand how. Hey, anyway, they'll tell you that you don't have their qualifications.
Exactly. Get there
Yo.
and then the story.
Your qualifications are supposed to make you better
Yeah.
and better the lives of others.
But better in your
But
pockets.
many people, when they get those qualifications, they rub it in people's faces and use it to exploit others.
But I'm coming on. So these people say they don't want it. That's the thing. That I talk about a system. So if there's a need for a system to be torn down and restructured, because trust me, if I were in this man's shoes, I would say no. Who will say no? That's the point. Who will say no?
Honey,
That's the point.
honey is dripping into their mouth.
That's the thing. So let's tackle the system.
Nah, this
Okay.
is bad. It's unfortunate.
StarFM.com.gh. Recent floods exposed government's lack of prevention plan, Mahama. Beige Bank case. Any customer whose account is debited receives alert. Sex defense witness to court. CocoaBot to borrow up to $1.5 billion for 2024-2025 cocoa purchases.
Yeah. It should come early so then at least you can. That one is
Pushing the
there's
city.
that evident
You
that
know
it will
how
cushion the
one
city.
of the things I find interesting that some of these things you won't get CocoaBot granting local interviews.
No, because they are not borrowing from you.
It's not about borrowing from me, but I find it problematic that consistently major issues that affect this country,
Yeah.
they will not speak to the local media.
No.
Before you know, it's on international media
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah.
When, I mean, nothing has been told the local
Yeah.
media.
Well, like I said, that's where they are going for the money.
Oh.
So they tell them that, Charlie, we are ready for your money. It is
Some
but I think they should tackle the decline in production.
production.
Yields,
It's
Right
a problem.
now we are 400 and something.
It's a problem, yeah. It's a problem.
Successive governments have looted NIB, Franklin Kujo, and Palugu Dam.
If government, give all these other banks preferential treatment like they are doing for the NIB, NIB's books were worse than many of the
But
banks
it's
that
a
were
state
closed.
bank.
Yes, I
It's
know.
a state bank.
I get it.
There were other private banks whose books were terrible.
I
They
get
were
it.
even
Listen,
saved.
I'm just saying that the attention they are giving to NIB,
Yeah.
if they gave a quarter to some of the private banks, they collapsed. They would have still been
Oh,
thriving.
yeah.
People's jobs would have been saved. But hey,
Charlie.
who am I? What do I know?
Indum is on his store
Yeah.
to get his bank saved.
Palugu Dam minority vows to retrieve $12 million paid to a contractor. All right, that's for StarFM.com.gh.
Where were you before?
That's where I was.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
Yeah, but the story your stories are plenty for you, eh? plenty.
City Newsroom, CocoaBot to borrow up to $1.5 billion for 2024-2025
It's a syndicated story.
cocoa purchases.
This is a syndicated
it
law.
was on Reuters.
That's the point.
So I think many of the
Yeah.
reporters are
Yeah.
picking from them.
Syndicated from Reuters.
Ketu North, devastating rainstorm damages major farm, threatens over 150 jobs. Minority to investigate $12 million spent on Palugu Dam. And Felix Ofosu-Kwache touts Mohammed's digital infrastructure legacy. All right. That should do it for our news review this morning. Go for a break. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.